sure that twist right there, that way it can't come up. And that's it. Let me make sure this is down. So now, this is your control panel. So you want to start roasting, so you just hit start heating. And when you do start heating, make sure you're turning. You want it turning, don't matter what it is starting off, while it heats up. And I always put the fan about 10 just to start. That way it just lets air circulate. Then we let go for 15 minutes till it warm up. That's all we do, we wait for a while now. While they're waiting, you come over here. This is called your chaff tray. I don't want you to touch right now because it can get hot. Right now it's not, but when we start roasting, this gets hot. You'll need a glove. It don't bother me, but just make sure this is empty. You don't want to roast if this has got chaff in it because it can catch a fire. So after every roast, you want it empty. Okay? So we let it heat up for about 15 minutes, then we put our first load of beans in. And I'll show you how to roast one. I'll let you roast the second one. I'll help you with it. But your first roast is usually a little bit longer because the machine's not all the way heated up. Your second roast is always better, and the rest of it will be just like that too, as long as you keep all your settings the same. So we're doing medium roast, we're doing Guatemala today. So it roasts pretty easy. Because it's a wash bean, so it's a real easy to roast bean. We've got the Brazil, which is a natural. It's a different process, so it's a little bit harder to roast. It needs a lot more heat. If not, you bake it or you don't cook it inside. One of the two won't be a good roast. But this here, this is, I'll show you. This lets you know what the temperature is. It says BT, that means bean temperature. So that's what inside of the drum, the temperature inside here is. Even though there's no beans in it right now. What happened? I think it tripped anyway. Man, we may not be able to do no thing. Let me just go through.
วันฝนพรำค่ะเพื่อนๆแดดดี้สอนลูกจ้าเทรนนิ่งเครื่องเล็กนะคะ พี่ MK เรียนรู้หลายอย่างเลยใช่ไหมลูก MK เลือกโอเค don't forget
This little outlet thing here don't have enough amps to run the light and the roaster. Can you turn roaster back on again?
turn roaster back
Yeah, it
MK
says start heating. Hit the button, start heating. There you go. I think it was too much. I don't think he can do that little outlet I had everything plugged into. It's not strong enough. It keeps breaking. Done that the other day. But this is the temperature. This is we want to go to 37. It'll go up to 426 or 428. Bless you. And that's when I've already set a recipe for this. It's called charge temperature. That's the temperature that we drop the beans at. So once this gets to 426, we drop, and we drop right here. You turn this, and when you turn this, all the beans go into the drum. And some of them will stick up here, so you want to use this to kind of make sure all of them go in. When they do, you close it back, and it'll start roasting in. But you want this up to 426 first. Right now it's only 208, and this is Fahrenheit, it's not Celsius. And this is the exhaust temperature, and it has an alarm on it. If this exhaust temperature gets up in this red line, where it says ET, that means exhaust. If it gets up in here, it'll turn this off, and you run your roast. So you always got to watch your exhaust temperature. If it starts rising and getting up here, you turn your power down. Your burner is your power. Probably I hope it's still sitting up there. It's a lot to learn, so I mean it's a little bit at a time. The main thing is just roasting. All this other stuff you can learn how to adjust and how to change as we go. Now the bean temperature, start heating. I think you hit it twice. It has to be red. So it don't take that long to heat up, but we want it to heat up cycle down, heat up, cycle down. For about 10 minutes and then we'll start roasting. This thing, it can do more than 320. It can do up to 400 grams, but let's say you want to do about 80%. So 80% of 400 is 320. That's fine, we do 80%. But they say it'll do 400 grams, but I never take a chance. Our other roaster we get will be able to do 10 times as much as this in one roast. We do almost that whole bag will go in there. We roast at one time. It's a big roaster. Just make sure your drum's turning. That's the main thing. You don't want the heat on that drum not turning. If the drum's not turning, there's heat in there. It's just getting hot on one side. It'll warp the drum and mess the roaster up. If you get a new drum. That's why it's really important. If power goes out and you've got a hot beans in there, you got to get it back on again and get that drum going. You can turn all the power down to get that drum turning.
Do you got coffee bean already?
No, we just now getting, we not dropped yet. It's almost at the temp, but we're gonna let it sit there a few minutes to warm up.
first time don't serious